and the fifth time 4. So we will reach the answer 20. So our answer is 5 into 4 is equal to 20. Now we will see how to write the multiplication table of 2. Here we can see in one box 2 boards are there. So 1 time 2 is there. 1, 2. That is 1, 2 we can write as 2 is equal to 2, or 1 time 2 is equal to 2. Or we can write it as 1 time. So 1 into which number is repeated? 2. 1 into 2 is equal to 2. Here we can see that 2 boxes of 2 are there. 2 times 2. Here in that additive form we can write it as 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. And in the multiplication fact form we can write it as 2 times 2, or 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Here we can see that 3 times 2 are here. So in the repeated addition form it will be 2 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 6. And in the multiplication fact form it will be 3 times adding 2. So 3 into 2 is equal to 6. Similarly, we can also find 4 into 2 is equal to 8, 5 into 2 is equal to 10, 6 into 2 is equal to 12, 7 into 2 is equal to 14, 8 into 2 is equal to 16, 9 into 2 is equal to 18, 10 into 2 is equal to 20. This is a very important multiplication table. You have to learn the multiplication table of 2 very well. Now we can say the multiplication table of 5. Multiplication table of 5 is very easy. Here 5 flowers are in one pot. So 1 times 5. 5 is equal to 5, or we can write it as in the multiplication fact form. 1 into 5 is equal to 5. Here we can see 2 times 5 is repeated. So we have to write it as 5 plus 5 is equal to 10 as repeated addition. And in the multiplication fact form it will be 2 into 5 is equal to 10. 2 times 5. Here we can see that 3 times 5. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 50. This is same as 3 into 5 is equal to 50. Similarly, we can say 4 times 5 is 4 into 5 is equal to 20. And 5 into 5 is equal to 25. 6 into 5 is equal to 30. 7 into 5 is equal to 35. 8 into 5 is equal to 40. 9 into 5 is equal to 45. 10 into 5 is equal to 50. Also we can notice that each product have a difference of 5. Here 1 into 5 is equal to 5, and the next product is plus 5, that is 10. And the next answer is plus 5. 10 plus 5 is 15. And the next answer is 15 plus 5, that is 20. And the next one is 20 plus 5, that is 25. 25 plus 5, that is 30. 30 plus 5, that is 35. 35 plus 5 is equal to 40. 40 plus 5 is equal to 45. 45 plus 5 is equal to 50. Now, we can see the multiplication table of 10. This is the most easiest multiplication table of 10. Here, one bundle of 10 is here. So 1 times 10, 1 10 can be written as 1 into 10 is equal to 10. And here there are 2 bundle of 10, 2 times 10. 10 plus 10 is equal to 20 is the additive form. And multiplication fact form is 2 times we are adding 10. So 2 into 10 is equal to 20. And here there is a change. 3 into 10 is equal to 30. And 4 into 10 is equal to 40. 5 into 10 is equal to 50. 6 into 10 is equal to 60. 7 into 10 is equal to 70. 8 into 10 is equal to 80. 9 into 10 is equal to 90. 10 into 10 is equal to 100. We can see from here that 1 into 10 can be easily written as put a 1 and then put a 0. 2 into 10, first put a 2 and then put a 0. So whenever we are multiplying with 10, we have to just add a 0 with the number here. 3 into 10 can be written as put 0 with 3. 3 and 0, 30. 4 into 10, first put 4 and then we'll put a 0. 50. 5 into 10 is 50. 5 and a 0. Whenever we are multiplying with 10, just add a 0 in the right side. Only one 0 should be added and we will get the answer easily. Similarly, we can say that 10 into 10. 10 already have 1 0 that is already written and you have to add 1 or 1 0 too. So we will get 100. And similarly, we can say it to any number. For example, 48 into 10. What is the answer? 48 into 10 is, first write 48 and then put a 0, 480. Similarly, we can easily find the multiplication using 10. For example, 200 into 10. Here we have the number 200. Put 200 and then add a 0 of 10. So our answer is 2000. So you have to learn the multiplication table of 2, 5 and 10. Only with that multiplication table you can do these exercises. The question is, using the multiplication tables 2, 5 and 10, fill in the boxes below. So with the help of multiplication table of 2, 5 and 10, we are going to do the following problems. 2 into dash is equal to 10. 2 into some number is equal to 10. We have already learned the multiplication table of 2. In that, 5 into 2 is equal to 10. This is same as 5 into 2 is equal to 10 is same as 2 into 5. Even if we change the position of numbers, the answer will be the same. First 2 is written, in second 5 is written, but the answer will be the same. So 2 into 5 is equal to 10 and 4 into dash is equal to 40. We have answer a 4 and a 0. To get a 40 as the answer, we should be multiply 4 with a 10. 4 into 10 is equal to 40. And next we can say that 4 into 5. We already learned the multiplication table of 5. 4 into 5 is equal to, what is the answer? Yes, 20. And dash into 5 is equal to 45. We know the multiplication table of 5. And what will be the multiplication? What should be multiplied to 5 to get 45? Yes, 9 into 5 is equal to 45. So that's how you can do exercises like this with the help of multiplication table of 2, 5 and 10. Now we can see some properties of multiplication. Here, first property of multiplication is, even if we change the order of numbers, the answer will be the same. Multiplication fact, answer will be the same. Here we have 4 pens. Here we have 4 pens. And here we have 4 pins. So 3 set of 4 pins are here. 3 times 4 is repeated. That is 4 plus 4 plus 4. Instead of writing it as, we can write it as 3 times 4. 3 into 4 is equal to 12. Now here we can see another set of pins. Here there are 3 pins, here there are 3 pins, here there are 3 pins and here there are 3 pins. So 4 times 3 we can write it as 4 times 3 or 4 into 3 is equal to 12. Here we can notice that 3 into 4 and 4 into 3, 3 into 4, and if we change the numbers, first write 4 and then write 3, 4 into 3, we get the answer both as 12. So even if we change the order or position of the number, even if we change the position of numbers, interchange the position, the product will be the same. Similarly, we can say that 2 into 7 is equal to 7 into 2. Both will be the same. And we can say that 5 into 7 is equal to 7 into 5. So our first property of multiplication is, even if we change the order of numbers, the product remains the same. Now we will see the next property. Here we can see 4 brinjals, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 4 boxes are there. 4 times 1 is repeated. So 4 into 1 is equal to 4. So we can see that if we multiply any number with 1, you will get that number itself as the answer. If we multiply 8 into 1, you will get that number as the answer. 8 into 1 is equal to 8. If we multiply 1 with any number, you will get that number as the answer, 88. So our second property is, the product of a number and 1 is the number itself. And now we can see the next property, that is, if we multiply any number with 0, we will get 0 as the answer. That is, 1 into 0 is 0. If you multiply any number with 0, the answer will be 0. 20 into 0 is, if you multiply with 0, the answer will be 0. And 77 into 0 is 0. 12 into 0 is 0. So the next property is, the product of any number with 0 is 0. Now we can do this problem with the help of the multiplication properties. Dash into 5 is equal to 5 into 3. 5 into 3. And here we can interchange the number as 3 into 5. The first property of multiplication says that even if the position of numbers change, the product will be the same. And we can see that some number is multiplied with 1 to get 8. We know that whatever number we multiply with 1, that answer, we will get the same number as the answer. So the number here is 8. And here we can see that 10 into dash is equal to 0. In the third property of multiplication, we have already seen that the product of the answer is 0 only if we multiply any number with 0. If we multiply any number with 0, then the answer will be 0. Now we can see how to multiply in another way. Still now we have all learned that we can write multiplication in horizontal way, that is in the sideways. 3 into 5 is equal to 15. The same multiplication fact can be written in a vertical way, that is 3. This is the ones place. 3 into second number is 5. 5 is equal to, answer is 15. So ones place 3, tens place the answer is 15. Similarly, we can write it for any number multiplication. That is, if 10 into 3. 10. If we multiply any number with 10, we just have to write a 0 with that number. 30, 30. So we can write the multiplication instead of in the horizontal way. We can write it in a vertical way. This is called in another way multiplication. For another example, there is a ones place and tens place. 2 into 9. 2 into 9 is equal to, we know that the answer is 80. This is vertical multiplication, multiplying in another way. Now, we can see the next one. Exercise 4F. Find the product. We have to find the answer of the multiplication. 6 into 2. What is 6 into 2? Yes, it is 12. Write the numbers in the correct boxes. 2 is in the ones place and 1 is in the tens place. And the next question is 7 into 5. 7 into 5 is 35. We have to write 3 in the tens place and 5 in the ones place. 35. And fill in the missing numbers. Here in this multiplication fact, one number is missing. We have to find that number and write here. Here, a dash into 5 is equal to 35. So, in the multiplication table, 5 into some number is 35. Which is that number? Yes, 5 into 7 is 35. So, 7 into 5 is equal to 35. And here, 4 into a number is equal to 20. 4 into which number is 20? Since we have a 0 here, we can say that it should be in the multiplication table of 5. 4 into 5 is equal to 20. We know that in the multiplication table of 5, we have numbers ending with 5 and 0. 1 into 5 is equal to 5. 2 into 5 is equal to 10 plus 5, 10. And the next number is 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. Next is 20. Next is 25. So in the multiplication table of 5, we have all numbers ending with 5 and 0. 30 is there, 40 is there, 50 is there, and also numbers ending with 5 is also there. So if we see a product as 0 in the last place, we can say that it will be in the multiplication table of 5 or 10. Okay, now we can do the next one. Story problems. When we get a story problem, you have to read the question very well and understand the meaning. The question is, one tricycle has 3 wheels. Tricycle means tricycle always have 3 wheels. So one tricycle has 3 wheels. How many wheels do 5 tricycles have? One tricycle have 3 wheels. There are 5 such tricycles. 5 such tricycles are there. So for each tricycle, there will be 3 wheels. 3 wheels is the common one or the repeated number. How many times 3 is there? In the 5 bicycles, 3 is there. So instead of writing it in addition form, we can write that as, how many times 3 is repeated? 5 times 3 is repeated. 5 into 3, which is equal to 15. This is how we can do a story problem. Similarly, you can read the next question. A boy has 2 legs. How many legs do 8 boys have? One boy have 2 legs. Each boy has 2 legs. 8 boys are there. Which is the number repeated? Yes, each boy has 2 legs. So 8 times 2. how many legs do 8 boys have? Totally how many legs? 8 times 2 is repeated, that is 8 into 2 is equal to 16. This is how you can do a story problem. First you have to read the question well and then understand its meanings and then say which number is repeated and how many times it is repeated. Then you will get the answer. So this is the end of our chapter multiplication. Learn the chapter well, dears. Thank you.